Hey YouTube, so I decided to make some videos on repairs of the Onan Microlight 4000. I got some stuff going on with the RV, as you can tell also, but figured I'd make some videos because I couldn't find any videos on what I was looking for, so hopefully this helps somebody out. Here it is. Alright, so to try to rectify the problems that I had, I couldn't figure it out while the generator was underneath the RV. Couldn't gain access. This little door doesn't allow for much. Everything was greased up, nasty, so I figured I'll take it out. I bought this it's from a 2000 RV. It's 2017, so it's 17 years old. It's got 1,400 hours. And my problem was it would start, run, everything purring like a kitten. Everything was great, and it would shut off intermittently at 30 seconds or at 20 minutes. Sometimes it would start again, sometimes it wouldn't. Months at a time, no work, and then poof, it worked great. Got tired of it. You know, that this should just work. What I found out, it was the spark plug wire from the coil to the spark plug. It had rubbed and it was shorting out, so it stopped the spark, and I guess it was just enough to where it would run sometimes, sometimes not. But here you go. So I took the bolts off of this already. I can show you. This is what it looks like, and this is after over 2 hours of cleaning. It was thick, full of grime and everything else. But for anybody who's looking at changing out, I left some of these bolts out. These are loose now. But, and of course, there's no electricity to this. If you're doing this, disconnect the battery, okay? What goes on here is going to be the power wire from the battery that goes on this side of the solenoid. If you're replacing the solenoid, all you have to do is take this bolt out. It would be here. And on the other side, that's it. That's how it goes on and off. So it's replacing the solenoid is very easy. Get a new one. You can call Onan, whatever you pronounce this. They'll give you the part number. You can order a new one. Take your wires off and put it on the new one at a time, and you'll replace it. Very easy to do. Actually, this I replaced when I purchased it. Next, your control board, your module right here. Also, real easy to replace. There's not much to it, but if you can't see it, like I couldn't see it when it was underneath, everything was all full of old motor oil and just nasty stuff. So you take those two bolts out. Let's see if I can show you. This piece here slides underneath, and boom, there's your control circuit board deal. Very easy. Once again, push the connector here. I can't do it because I only have one hand, but you get the idea. Okay, so this is how you can replace the circuit board in this. Easy to do while the generator's installed in your RV. This can be done in just a few minutes. Don't pay somebody to do this for you. Now, fuel pump. This one, while it's underneath, is going to be a little bit harder. But it can definitely be done. I figured it can be done as long as you can know what to look for. These are the two wires for the fuel pump. Looks like this one might have been replaced previously. Inside, there's this one stud that everything goes on for the ground. So black wire goes for the ground. The white wire is going to be your positive wire. Mine's got this connector. I would assume a new one would have the same. This fuel pump is only connected with this one bolt. So if you can finagle your hands in that little area, undo that one bolt, you're going to be able to pull everything back out and replace the fuel pump. Also, your fuel filter, which, here's my old one, I just replaced it. Okay, it connects to the end, just like I have it laid out on top, and I've got just a temporary fuel hose to go inside the can, but so I can run it. I had to try it out. But the fuel hose from my RV comes in, goes into over here. Now there should be enough slack to either pull it through, or you're gonna have to crawl underneath the RV, disconnect the fuel hose, and cap it off with either vice grips. You can use vice grips to pinch it or take it off. What I did was I put a bolt in there and I brought it up as high as I could, and it's not leaking. So these are the two big ones on how to replace. Inside here's your air filter. Very easy. I'm not going to show you. There's nothing to, just take this or there. Why not? Take this off, and here's your air filter. It is that easy to replace the air filter. Here, you can take a look inside. Carburetor. It is that easy. Okay. You put the cover back on. It's got that corner right here. When everything's out, we can look at it like this. It's much easier. Now, I've been doing this, messing with this generator for the past 2 years while it was installed in the RV. It has not been fun. You can't see what's going on. Another thing I found out while doing some research, there's a breaker. See right here? That's a breaker. It's a surge breaker. If the breaker inside your RV doesn't trip, okay, this one right here will trip. It's same 30 amp. If you're not getting power for whatever reason, your generator is running, okay, there's nothing happening, check that breaker. That breaker could have been tripped. It could be a real easy fix without bringing it in. Changing the oil, I think there's plenty of videos on that. That coil that I replaced to get to that. Here. Ended up taking these bolts out. There's another one down here I had the hardest time getting out. This isn't made, this isn't supposed to be done like that. Everything's supposed to come out in different stages, not like this. Take those out to be able to access, that's to be able to get this off. Take these bolts out over here, and this whole plastic, of course, the air filter, all of this stuff is actually going to come out. And you see the flywheel right here. I'm spinning. Okay. The coil is right underneath it. Here's my wire right here for the coil. The coil is right down here. Okay. It wasn't a big deal to get to it. It was just a matter of actually getting to it. Same thing, not that big of a deal. I'm not going to take everything out to show you because that was enough fun already. Those are the big things. My next thing is going to be a starter right here. It's out now. I'm not going to take any chances. I bought another starter. If you want one, I'll put the link in description. Actually, for everything else, I'll get link in the description. They're easy parts to replace. If you troubleshoot it and it gets to that, now you can know even while underneath, while it's installed, your fuel filter, your fuel pump, circuit board, and whatever this darn thing is called, all easy to replace. Okay, so I think you can, and just about anybody can do this with some basic tools. The starter, you gotta drop this. There's no way to replace it with the starter, with the generator installed. Same thing with the coil. You have to take it out. That's it. I hope this video helps somebody out. Have a good day.